بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد صلاة ترضيك وترضيه وترضى بها عنا في مجلسنا هذا في شهرنا هذا في ساعتنا هذه بما رضيت به عن عبادك الصالحين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Alhamdulillah, once again we are here together, inshallah, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to benefit us from the knowledge which going to make us, inshallah, close to Him, and may He grant us always the closeness. Dunya and akhirah, inshallah. Ameen. It seems to be like we are attached to Maulana Jalaluddin al-Rumi. So always mention something about a quote from his beautiful quotes. He said something very interesting here. He said, when you find the beauty of your heart, you will find it in every heart. When you find the beauty of your heart, you will find it in every heart. When our heart is pure, we find the pure hearts, or because of the purity of our hearts, we can purify other hearts. That's another meaning. Because the people always looking for someone who can help them to be good, to change their life for better. It's our aim to be good people, to be accepted first of all by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, secondly by our families, third by our society. So when there is acceptance by all, we are a good human and we are good believers. And for that, in simple, it's stated in the Holy Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah An-Nahl verse 97 said, من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة ولنجزينهم أجرهم بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون. Which means, whoever does righteousness, whether male or female, and he is a believer, we will surely cause him to live a happy life. A happy life. Talk about this life. And we will surely give them their reward according to the best of what they have done or what they used to do. So the condition of happiness here for yourself and others, to do good, to do good, to choose the good. Most of us, when we want to do something, we choose the simple deeds and easiest one. Simple and easy. And hoping that this good deed will have a great reward also. So always we want very simple, without any difficulties, no tiredness. But if everyone think in this way, we will find ourselves that there are many ways of entrance to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reaching to Him through performing good deeds, empty. So we have to choose the best. In fact, as we want to choose the best house in our life, best position, the the more wealth. Also choosing Jannah, the way to paradise, need to choose also something extraordinary so that our life will be better. And the best deeds is the one who can, you do it not only for yourself, but you do it for others. And we are encouraged too much to do so, to help others, so that they will remember us. While we are sleeping, if you have helped someone, you might be sleeping, but he's praying for you. And these prayers will have its way for your happiness. That's how things work. Let me give you an example. A very nice story happened to someone. There is a man who was the only son to his mother. And she was in ICU, in a very critical condition. And she went for coma. And he was all the way sitting next to her, hoping that she will be better. He cannot sleep, he never eat for a few days. The doctor said to him, look here, if you're going to be in this situation, something will happen to you, you'll collapse. Then we don't know with whom you're going to communicate, because you are the only son. So please go back home, take a little bit of rest. And if there is anything, I will call you. So anyway, he managed to convince him. And so on the way back home, he stopped in a petrol station to fill his car. And he saw a cat running here and there with its kittens. Anyone come, go to the people, you're hungry, want some food, maybe someone offer them. So he saw the cat and the kittens. What he did, he went to the market in the petrol station, and he bought canned beef, and fed the cat and the kittens. He was feeding them and sitting until they finished. You see, they felt very happy. So they followed him, and like showed the kindness, touching him. And then he went back home. That's all. Because he was so tired and exhausted, he slept, he didn't feel for long hours. When he woke up, looked to his phone, there were many missed calls from the doctor. He tried to call him, cannot reach. So he took his car and went to the hospital. He went to ICU. Mother was not in the ICU. Immediately he thought something bad happened to her. The nurse said, no, don't worry. Your mother, wake up. She woke up. And she's in other room, still under care and, monitoring. We are monitoring her, but not in ICU. So he went to the room. He saw the mother. She was very happy. And she said to him, son, I don't know what has happened to me. I can't remember anything. I remember one thing before I wake up. I'm not sure you will laugh if I told you. Say, what? Say, I saw a cat praying for me with its kittens. The cat praying to me, for me, with her kittens. This is a deed, simple, but nobody think of. And we think, this is small things. We might think of simple deeds, but we never thought of the reward of that deeds. We have The saying of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, each good deed, the reward will be 10 times. The reward of one good deed will be 10 times. What that mean? Does it mean if, for example, I help someone by giving him $1, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in return will reward me and give me $10? Is that the meaning? They say 1 for 10. The meaning here is what? One, you give one with according to your ability. I am able to give one. In return, Allah will give you 10 times with according to His ability. And He, He's a generous. And His ability is what? He give you, for your children, for their children, for something happened or something before it's happened. Many things. For that, the advice is, if you want to do something good, do it to anyone. The reward will come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is a saying by Sayyidina Shaykh al-Jailani, which is very beautiful. The words of wisdom, the advices they have is something unique always. A man came to him and he said, "Ya Shaykh, I am a very wealthy man. I have lots of money. But I have an issue. Someone come to me to help him. I looked to him, I said, this person maybe he pretend that he's poor, but he's not. Someone else come, he is poor, but I say maybe there's someone else who less fortunate than him. So I found someone else, So who deserve, who doesn't deserve, doesn't deserve, I never give anyone until now. He gave fatwa to himself, no need to. So what should I do now? The Shaykh said to him, my brother, give to the one who deserve and give to the one who doesn't deserve. Give to the one who deserve and give to the one who doesn't deserve. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you what you deserve and what you doesn't deserve. Not always we give because we want. Give fi sabilillah. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to please you, He'll give you without you form a way, Nobody knows. The giving, the infaq, the help, the charity in Quran, in general, in 3 types. 1, zakat, the compulsory one. 2, sadaqah, which is up to you, that's from your own self. 3, khairat. And this is the giving of the prophets and messengers. They don't want anything in return. That they want to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I will do anything, Ya Allah, which make you happy. And if you want to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be happy, you will be happy always. As we said, 1 for 10. 10 is what? Allah alam what He's going to give you. But this needs from us an extraordinary effort. Example. Let me give example. Close example for all of us. Husband and wife, when they have an argument. Someone have to be the winner. Who is the winner? The one who convinced the others to say, yes, you are wrong, I am right? The winner is the one who is the water to extinguish the fire. Both of them fire cannot. Someone say, okay, I'm sorry. I am wrong and you are right. He is a winner. Or she is the winner. Because whenever we do anything in our life, we ask Allah forgiveness also. We know we are wrong, but we ask forgiveness. So now we have to forgive also. Allah say, you want me to forgive? To forgive you? You have to forgive others. The life cannot be always I have to win and you have to lose. Why not both of us win? These things have to change. A wise man was walking once with his student. The student came from very wealthy family. But the father asked him to teach him to know the reality of the life. So they were walking in a farm. They saw a shoes of farmer. That shoes is very old, very bad condition. So the boy said to the sheikh, I am going to hide the shoes and see how he's going to behave, that farmer. Just for us to laugh, to enjoy, for fun. The sheikh said, no, do something else. He said, what should I do? He said, put for him a coin in the shoes, money, and let's see how he's going to behave. Okay. So he put in both, something, and they both of them hide themselves, and they were looking. The farmer came. He can see very, worked very hard from morning until evening. When he came and he saw the shoes, and there is 2 golden coins, he looked right, left, up, down, and he started crying. And immediately he sujood, prostrate. He said, Ya Allah, you really kind. I just prayed to you that I don't have food in the house. My wife is very sick. My children. And immediately you give me the answer. Thank you. And may Allah reward the one who did this for me. That boy was crying. Crying of happiness, not laughing of happiness. Different story. Now, how many people we please in our life to make them happy? We will live in the hearts of the people whom we made them happy. How many people we made happy in our life? How many people can remember us? That will be our legacy. How many people going to remember us later on? How many people every night before they sleep remember you? You are in their mind and in their hearts. To say, Allah, so and so, he is very kind, please give him, please help him, please support him, please do. Extraordinary in everything. Especially in the things we've been given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to support. Support whom? Ourselves and everyone around us. In the narration, Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the hadith, he said, there was somebody who was walking on his way, and he saw a cloud moving, and he heard a voice saying, go and rain in the farm of so and so, the name. So he was shocked. So the voice ordering the cloud, go and rain in. So he followed that cloud. He was very gone to the farm and start raining on that farm. So he entered to the farm and he saw someone working. Say, brother, are you so and so? He then said, do you know me? He said, no. I never know. First time I've seen you, I don't know who you are. But I was surprised. I saw a cloud and then I hear a voice saying, he also shocked. See, you must have done something extraordinary. He said, well, this farm, anything I got from this farm, I divide it to 3. 1/3 for me and my family, 1/3 for the maintenance of the farm, and 1/3 to the needy and poor. I won't wear. So if we, as a Muslim, we wait for 1 year to give zakat. For example, some people, they say, Allah, I won't wait 1 year to please you. I will do it now. Why I should wait 1 year? To help others, to make Allah happy. Why not make them happy now? By give something. People might forget us, but for sure, the good deeds will be for us always. There's a beautiful saying also by Shaykh Afeefuddin. He said, plant seeds everywhere. For sure you'll forget the place of that seeds. You won't remember. But the rain will make you see that one, to see the place where you planted. The rain, when they start growing, the seeds, that rain will tell you. So when you do something here and there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open for you doors of, and this one will help us too much in our life and getting closer to Allah and to purify our soul by doing something good. This is very easy way, because people, what should I do to purify my heart? It's not necessary for you to do special zikr or to do some mujahadat only. The door of good deeds open, and we have to make use of it. When we do something to our children, something good to teach them, they might be our highway to Allah's acceptance. There were a mother and son. The mother was asking the son to read 10 times Qul Huwallahu Ahad before he sleep. We try to ask them to do some zikr, Qul Huwallahu Ahad, for protection, simple verses of Quran. And the children, they will always ask question, why I do this one? Especially nowadays with this technology, I call it the story of why. There's always why. So he said, why I should read 10 times Qul Huwallahu Ahad before I sleep? She said, if you read 10 times Qul Huwallahu Ahad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will build for you a palace in paradise, in Jannah. The son was too much attached to his mother. But how to know the type of attachments? That's also another issue. You have to know this one. Is it because of something? Are we only attached to them and they are not? Depend. So he was attached to the mother because she was a pious. And you know what he said to her? He said, Mother, I will make sure I will read Qul Huwallahu Ahad 10 times every day, every night before I sleep. But please, you don't do that. Don't read Qul Huwallahu Ahad 10 times. Only I do. She said, why? He said, because if I read 10 times Qul Huwallahu Ahad, Allah will build palace for me in paradise. And if you also read, Allah will build for you also palace in paradise. Like this we live separately. So I will read alone, so you live with me in my palace. It's something great or not? This is something simple. But we find the what we call it, the fruits immediately. The fruits we find immediately. Don't think of age or how much, or it's already no time, I cannot do. No. You have to be creative. Find a way. They said this Khusro, the Persian king. He was traveling one day for hunting. Huh? And he saw an old man, he's about over 90 years of his age, planting a tree, small tree. So the king came to him. He said, hey, what are you doing? This tree will need 20 years to give fruits. And I don't think that you will be alive until that happens. So the old man said to him, Your Majesty, there are people planted for us and we eat. Now we have to plant for others to eat, for the future generation. The king said, wow, that's a wisdom. Give him 1,000 dinar. So he laughed, the old man. He said, hey, why you laugh now? He said, Your Majesty, you said this tree will give fruits after 20 years. Mine give immediately. He said, oh, that's very good. Give him another 1,000. They gave 1,000. He laughed again. He said, why you laugh now? He said, you said this tree will give fruits once a year. Mine give twice immediately. He said, give him 1,000, let us go from here before I lose. So, you see the way they think, right? It's something, wallahi, ajeeb. And we can create our own story of success. It's not enough for us to relate stories to our children, our families, and even the sheikh, the shuyukh shouldn't only relate stories about. They should make their new story and write it in their new book. We can do that if we want to. If we want. But if we don't want, we are going to lose. So, the purity of our hearts can be happen if we know how to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the easiest way is to help others. By doing that, we will be granted lots of good things in our life. Not for us only, for our children. There was a mother, when she see the behavior of her children towards being naughty or disobedient or arrogant or something, stubborn, you know what she do? She will take from their allowance something. For example, if their allowance a month $50, example, she will take $1 or $2. Something simple, little, and give as charity. And they say, why? Said, as in the Quran. Quran said, وَأَخْرُجْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً تُطَهِّرُهُمْ وَتُزَكِّيهِمْ بِهَا. He said, take from their money a charity to purify them. To purify them. The zakat is a purification. So he said, I give from their money, my intention is for them to be purified. No need for me to do anything. Allah will do that for me. See how she understands. And we have lots of stories like that also we can make. The happiness not between four walls. And I have a friend of mine, and he asked me he gave me the permission to talk about this, in fact. He has a huge house, lots of cars, many cars. I don't know when he have the time to drive all these cars. He, his wife, and 2 children. The dining table bought for $50,000. Dining table, 50,000. And he told me, you know this dining table I bought for 50,000? Not a single time we sit together to eat as a family. Not a single time. You can see him very down. He said, please mention this to others to know that this is not the happiness. The happiness when we do something for others to remind us. I will end with one more story. I like stories. Is it okay? Easy to understand. Reach to the. There is one very wealthy man. And these all stories, real stories, and in our life nowadays, not 100 years. Last year maybe, you know, this year. This is a new one. And one very wealthy man, he liked type of fruits. You know, when the fruits come, the season start, the fruit's a bit expensive. Expensive. So, and he is addicted to that fruit. He really likes it. So he bought and sent to the house. And he called his wife, said, please, keep my share. Save my share for me. She said yes. And he said, you know, I like these fruits too much. Take whatever, but keep me. I said, no worries. And he told the driver, and at night he went to the house and he said, where is my share? She said, oh, sorry, we had it all. He said, I told you many times. She said, it's not an issue. Come buy again. And he said, but you forgot me. She said, yeah, me and your children eat. There's no one, you have to be happy. He was very upset and he left the house immediately. Where he go? To grocery shop, correct, to buy? No. He went to real estate agency. And he said to him, please find money for me a very good land in a prime area, in a good location. So he showed him, he said one, he said, okay, this is good, very good location. And now I want you to call one contractor for me. Someone whom you know. He said, at night? He said, yes, now. They call him, he came. He said to him, look, see this land? He said, yes, this land I know about. I want you to build for me here dialysis center, children hospital, school, library, as a few things. And I have many properties. I have one building. I made this building waqf. I keep it as a charity to spend from that building to support the whole project. Now and the future. This is my will. He wrote from now. So he signed, they signed, everything done. He went back home. The wife said to him, just because of the fruits, you are angry and left the house? He said, no, not because of the fruit. Because you forgot me. She said, so what? He said, you forgot me when I was alive. You think in the future when I leave, you'll do something good for me and you and your children? I have done now my part, alhamdulillah. After that, no issue. And it's not only for him the good, it's for them as well. Right? Sometimes incidents. But if we have a good children, good family after us, to remember us, at least with a good dua, or to do something good, alhamdulillah. Allah is great. We pray that we will do both, inshallah. Good deeds, good family. So that we will get from here and there. So it will be more investment for dunya and akhirah. May Allah bless us all protection, happiness, and may He open for us the doors of good deeds, and may He bless us to help us to be the hand which open the doors of good deeds, and the same hand which closed the doors of evil deeds. And may He show us a straight path. He will guide us to the straight path. And may He subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us to ask others to follow the straight path. And may Allah bless us to be among His best humans, with pure heart, with full love to others. And may He grant us to have the strongest belief on Him, so that through this belief we will reach to Him faster, and He will receive us with lots of rewards in dunya and akhirah, inshallah. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa sallam. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Jazakum Allah khair.